Welcome to Theclastyle. I'm Sharon, your host for today. And guys, I'm turning this drab wheel into something of an elegance. So today I'm DIYing for you a Ottoman puff. So stick around while I change that into this. And please visit part 1 of this series for the materials needed for this project. Taking my wheel, I'll place it on the side and I'll get it stapled in place. So you'll notice there is this piece inside here. It's very sturdy, so I did not need to put any brace on the ends. And I'm just going to be stapling the board top and bottom to the piece. Now I'm not using the stapler, just using this ordinary staple. So I'll just continue going right around, stapling the top and stapling the bottom piece on top here. Now I folded this. I don't want to waste the foam because this foam here is very expensive, and I'm just going to trace around, outline the outside. I have to cut 2 pieces in this, so I'm just cutting around. What I'm doing, especially for the top, because this is just a 1/4 inch foam, I did not get the thicker ones. I have to double it up, and plus I'm putting the batting on top of it. Alright, so I have my 2 pieces. This is for the top. Now I mark my pieces, and these are the sides. I've just placed my batting, or my dark run, or whatever you may call it in your country, and I'm just going to trace around it. Again, using the foam as a template, and I will cut out the amount of pieces that I need to get. So these pieces will be the top. So I'll just continue cutting this out. So I have my fabric here. This is the over from the first part, and I just cut out the round piece. Only the top round is needed, and I'm going to cut out the fabric for the circumference around the sides. Take my measurement of how high it is, and I'll add my 2 seam allowances to it. I'll place the measurements on the fabric and proceed to cut that out. The seam allowances used are whatever you would like to use. You can use 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4. It's totally up to you guys. So this is how I would measure for around the wheel. I'll take the circumference and ensure that I add my seam allowances in so that I have enough fabric for sewing. So document your measurements and ensure that it is the accurate measurement you need. I'll fold it and take it to the machine to get it sewn. I'm going to get the sides stitched up. So for the circle, I'll fold it in half, and then I'll fold it again, and I'm going to notch the centers so that it will match up with the notches on the other piece. This makes it easier for alignment. So this is the other piece, and this will also have 4 notches in it. I'll notch the top and the bottom. Okay, my next step is just to pin the cording around the piece. And of course, when you're sewing any decorative cording, you have to have the right attachment for the machine. Pinned around. I just want to show you how I deal with my ends on the cording so it looks really professionally done. I ripple a section and I flatten the pieces. And I just pin that to hold. I will still come back and adjust it, and I will do the same to the other side. So I just use my ripper and rip out a couple stitches. So I place the tape one on top of the other, and just put a pin to secure it, and I will lay it flat like that. I will also loosen the other section and try to get them tied into one another. So all these are going to be trimmed away, so when I'm sewing I'll stitch straight across here, and it's going to run over because I've flattened it so that to allow the needle to pass over. I'll also walk the needle instead of just running it. Walking is just turning the wheel and walking it through. So I'll get this tacked in on the machine. This is what you see. You know, you can't even tell the difference where the joining is because and of course you're seeing that this is here. So what I'm doing, I'll just trim away all these pieces. I'm placing right side to right side and notch to notch, and I'll just pin that all around. Now anytime you're dealing with curves, you will put some slits, and that is to give ease to the to your work. So I'm just down to the last, and you see with your correct measurements everything works out. There is no extra taken in. Everything works out nicely. So I'm not going to machine stitch it. I'm going to base it first because I prefer basing it as it has the cording in between there. So I already have my needle threaded. I'm just going to base it. I'm not doing an even basting. I'm just doing an uneven basting. I'll just run it straight through. And when you base this, it makes it so much easier. So I did go ahead and adhere the foam to the sides and also to the top. I'm just adding the padding on top of it. I did use my spray adhesive for this part. Covering over the piece, and it's very fitted, so I know it's going to be perfect. The dogs don't like to hear that sound. So I'll just cover it with the final piece fabric here. I showed you previously, and this is the round puff. I'm going to line it up and staple the edge. I've already cut out the piece for the top, and all I will be doing is folding it under and stapling it down to the piece. You can also whip this with your needle and thread. So this is, I'm going to pin this down, and the other part is already stapled, and I'm just going to use my straight pins and hold it in place and then staple it. For the purpose of the dogs, I'm not going to use the air stapler because they make a lot of noise. What I bought is some casters for the bottoms, and they did come with nails, so it's just to pong into the piece, and this was so easy. This is how it looks. This is how it turned out. It looks lovely. It has a lovely size. It's very comfy, and you know, anyone sitting can just put their feet up. It can also be used as a side piece to rest any magazine. You can have your magazine there. You can have your sip of coffee, rest on the side, and enjoy. And this is the whole set. So guys, do save those wheels, cable wheels that you may have, or any other items. They come in very handy. You may not think so. So I hope you have enjoyed my presentation. And guys, I have these side tables that I butted together, and it acted as a great storage solution for these guys. So guys, thanks for being on board with me. I hope you tried, and I'll see you soon and catch you later guys. I hope you enjoyed.